Hey, the good folks over at Cam World sent me this 4K Ultra HD digital camera. This is model AC16. We're going to open up the box, kind of see what we have with the camera, and we're going to decide who this camera is for and who it's not for. Stick around. All right, we have our digital camera user manual. Have a USB-A to USB-C data cable. Have a battery charging station. You'll be able to plug this cord into here as well. Charge your batteries up like that. Comes with a little lanyard that you can hang that around your wrist, a little wrist strap if you will. Comes with a UV lens filter. Not sure what's in the little envelopes here. Okay, battery 1, battery 2. Lens cleaning cloth, little leather outer case. I was just actually editing this and realized I didn't show you what this looked like with it on here. So just slide this on there like that. And you have a little thumb screw that you can put in right here to hold this case on. Put it on there like so. And there you go. It also has a little leather lanyard that you can put on here and hang that around your neck if you'd like. But that's what it'll look like with the little leather case on there. Kind of gives it a little protection and a little nostalgic look. And our camera itself. Pretty lightweight. Hard plastic body. Have our standard 1/4" adapter for your tripods. Has an SD card slot here. Comes with a 64 gigabyte SD card. We'll have our battery slot right here. Well, we'll go ahead and drop that battery in there while we have it open. Okay. The contacts will be on the outside edge. You see like this. We'll go all the way down in there. There is a small catch right there to hold the battery in place. You get your door there. We have our zoom right here. Shutter button. Have a little filter dial right here. You can has different filters on the camera for your pictures. Have our power button right here. Button right over here is going to, I guess I hit the power button. Anyway, that'll be our opening screen. This right here will flip from the front camera to the rear camera. Have our 3-inch display screen, our rear camera lens right here. Right here we have a speaker. And as we was talking about a while ago, right here we have our left button and it switches the camera from the front facing to the rear facing. The right button is the display button. Going over here on the side right here. This little button right there, if you can see that, that will be our power indicator light. That'll be on when we have it turned on. Right below that is going to be our up button and delete button. Right below that will be our down button. Right here will be our playback and mode button. And right down here is our OK and our menu button. Right here on the side, we're going to have our USB and mic ports. You'll be able to plug your USB-C cord right there for data transfer, or a 3.5 millimeter jack for your mic. It does support external mic. It does record in mono. Okay, looking right here on the top, we have a cold shoe mount. This is not going to be a hot shoe mount, so there is no power to this. You're going to have to rely strictly on your built-in flash here. You can slide your external mic right there and plug it in right over here. But this is a cold shoe mount, not a hot shoe. Okay, taking a look at our menu. We have our resolution. You can select that right here. The higher the resolution, the more space it's going to take on your card. You have your white balance adjustment, the scene. This is going to be for sport, portrait, landscape, dusk, and beach. You have your exposure, metering mode, image quality, You can select ultra high quality, and standard. Again, this is going to also affect your image size, which means how much space it's going to use on your card. I would suggest high quality or ultra high quality, depending on what you're taking a picture of. You have your sharpness, your sensitivity, which is basically going to be like your ISO. You have your watermark. You can put a timestamp on your photos if you'd like. Your photo frequency, which is going to be how often. This setting has to do with a setting coming up. This will be how quickly those will be. I'll get to that in just a moment. Let me back out of here. You have your timer. That's kind of self-explanatory there. You have your photo frequency. You have your timer, your autophoto. The difference between the autophoto and your timer is it's going to continually take pictures until you hit the shutter speed again. You can do it at like a timer of 5, 10, 15, 30. That's it. 5, 10, 15, or 30. And it will just continually take pictures until you hit that shutter again. When you hit your shutter up here again, it will turn that off. Factory set to close, which means it's off. Or you can put it on auto, so if you have low lighting, it automatically will make your flash light up when you take a picture in low lighting. Or you can put it on open, and it will operate your flash every time you hit the shutter. Or you can put it on fill light, and it will stay on continually, which would drain your battery quickly. Now you push this arrow button this way, that will go into your image rotation, icon display, video focus mode, light frequency, LED indicator light, auto screensaver, scheduled shutdown. It'll turn itself off after 3 minutes. Beeping you're hearing, that prompt tone setup, startup sound. You can select your language. You can set your date format if you want it year, month, and day, or however you want it. Your time set, and then your date set. You can format your card, device information, restore factory settings. Then you can switch over to the camera, video resolution, your white balance, video length. You can make them last 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. Time lapse. Time lapse, you do have time lapse on here. It'll take a picture every 1 second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Pretty good time lapse option there. Exposure, you can set that as you feel you need to. Metering mode, sharpness, video effects, sensitivity, which is kind of like your ISO. Time watermark, if you want to leave watermarks on them. Video sound, you can turn your microphone on and off. Fill lights, which is kind of like the flash we discussed in the camera mode a while ago. That's pretty much it on that menu. Okay, now this camera has a 4.8, turning off, a 4.8 crop sensor on it. So it means it has a little sensor in it, which means you're not going to get a wide view. It's going to be more narrow. It's not like a full sensor camera. So doing just your average shots, you're going to be fine. And it does record at 1/60th, which it shoots at 30 frames per second, which by the standards is the right speed for that frame rate. It does not have a manual focus on here. Now it says it's an f2.0 and f2.2, so it's around an f2. So it's not going to be real good in low lighting, but it's a good little average, so not too bad at all. Now we can take a few shots right here close because I kind of have an idea who this camera is for and who it's not for. And who I think it's for is somebody that's wanting to like post pictures just on Facebook, or if you're into eBay or things like that, it's good to take little product shots or something like that. But if you're wanting quality pictures for printing and putting up and things like that, this is not it. This is just a simple point and shoot camera. Like I said, this would be good for somebody just posting stuff for sale on eBay and whatnot, or kids to get a good start on a camera. You don't want to hand them a $2,000 camera. Let them get used to carrying this. See how well they take care of it first. We take a picture of this and we'll see what it looks like. We're going to do a downward shot on it. Now this is all the factory settings. I'm not going to change anything. Now, I just noticed when you hit that shutter, it takes it just a second, so hold your camera still. Push that shutter down a little bit and let it focus, and then take the picture. It's got a slight hesitation in it, but not bad. Looks like this one's going to be black and white. I'm going to put these pictures on here for you to see. I don't really see much difference in that one. Maybe we'll be able to see when we take a look at them. Now I do know our second one was the black and white one. I believe that was our first one. No, that was our first one. That made that finger look all weird. Kind of like a negative on a roll of film. So, you know, depending on what you're taking pictures of, you may or may not want that. Not too bad. And then it has the selfie. You can flip that around. You kind of got to hold it out a little ways. Let's see. Maybe that won't be too bad. But anyway, having that selfie on there is pretty cool because you could just, stuff like that. You know, like the kids do. Anyhow, it would be a good camera for young adults and kids and people that's wanting to just post stuff on eBay and stuff. That's what that camera would be good for. Let's check out the video quality. I'll tell you what, let me get my other tripod. Let's set these side by side and compare them just for the heck of it between this and a Canon EOS R. Now this is kind of the video quality comparison, just so you'll know. Sitting it on a tripod, I have a feeling it's going to do pretty good. The image stabilization is not going to be very good because it does not have any image stabilization on it. Image stabilization. Got to say that right. Anyhow, I am going to go hook up a microphone and we're going to check out the audio of it coming through a microphone. We can get the audio test straight off of the camera right there, but let me go grab a just a regular microphone and see what it sounds like. Okay, with any luck, we'll be getting some audio through the Rode mic into the camera, and we'll see what it sounds like. The drawback to this that I can see is you don't have a flip screen, so as far as like vlogging, you're going to have to make sure you get your setting right. You know, I don't know if I'm cutting off the top of my head or I'm not real sure. That is the drawback to that, doing it that way. But if you have everything framed up right and know what it's going to look like, you'll be in good shape. You can find a mark up here somewhere, then you would know where to set that. I think we should be in frame, but we'll see. We'll see how good the audio sounds. This is kind of what we're working with here. Okay, I just brought it in here to the office and I was going to check it out and see what it sounded like. But look at there, we have charging mode, storage mode, and webcam mode. So actually you could use this for a webcam. Pretty cool. I just thought I would share that with you real quick. That's what you're going to get if you put it on storage mode. It'll pop up on your computer. Now I do have the USB cord plugged in, so that's what it's going to look like if you put it on storage mode. I do have the USB cord plugged into my computer. So what do you think about that? I'd have to crank the audio way up to be able to hear it, but you could definitely tell the difference between the internal mic and an external mic. Got more echo with the internal mic. Once I plugged in the external mic, it cleared a lot of that echo up. So that would be one of the things you might want to look into if you're going to use this for like a vlogging camera or a webcam, as we saw that you can do. The video quality on it looks pretty good. I was impressed. However, due to the lighting and everything, I can't really change this up. But if you noticed in that video sample, you could kind of see the lighting changing just a little bit. But I have a feeling if you change that ISO, or it's in here as sensitivity, if you set that instead of letting it auto do it, because it may have been catching my reflection off a window over here. So you can Pretty good little camera on that. I was really impressed. I don't know. We're going to put it side by side with that camera I'm using there, which is the Canon EOS R. Just kind of see, but from what I saw, not a bad little camera. Now, as I mentioned, it has no image stabilization on it, so it's not going to be stable as far as like walking around. But as far as just shooting a picture or holding it real still, videoing, or putting it on a tripod, I say it's a thumbs up. Hey, I am an Amazon associate, so any qualifying purchases that you might make through any of my Amazon links, I will receive a small commission from. Thanks for watching.